Introducing Mr. Money.
Send your money instantly. Top up your airtime instantly. Pay your bills instantly. Airtel money instantly. Send your money instantly. Safety is guaranteed. It don't matter how far it is. It reaches safe and quickly. Pay your water bills immediately. And also pay for DSTV. Or top up airtime real quickly. Send your money instantly. Top up your airtime instantly. Pay your bills instantly. Airtel money instantly. Hi, I am Mr. Money, and I bring you Airtel Money, the fastest, safest way to send money, pay bills, top up, and more. With Airtel Money, you can do more instantly.
Airtel Money. Simple, secure, instant.
Apple Max. Take it to the max.
Want to just get out of town with your friends and family? Are you having a corporate getaway and have no adequate transport? Then this here is what you need to listen to. A brand new 35-seater Yutong luxury bus is now up for hire at an affordable and negotiable rate. It comes fully equipped with aircon, TV for your relaxation, music soothing your trip, and DVD players to give you variety. Book now by calling 0955 0966 or 977 844 141.
What makes the new Yo-Yo Chipsy so unique? 100% natural ingredients. Nothing artificial. Just a pure experience of freshness. Chipsy potato chips. We know you'll love them.
Hey girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real cause you look so free. So let's chill, have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
Your jungle.
Hello and a warm welcome to Prime Television's main news. My name is Mathana Manje to present it. The headlines. Edgar Lungu clarifies that Winter's nomination as MP has also been revoked. President Sata drums up support for PF candidate in Mukushi. Matero residents vow to kill PF Sieta if police do not take action over his alleged criminal activities. Ebola death toll accelerates in West Africa, and in sports, Zambia plays to a frustrating goalless draw against Mozambique. For these and other stories, join me shortly. Thank you so much for staying tuned. And now the menus in detail. The firing of Winter Kawimba as PF Secretary General and Justice Minister has been described as a relief by many PF members, and architects of Mr. Kawimba's predicament, Julius Komaki and Benjamin Sewell, have appealed to President Michael Sata to extend the same measure to the other cartel members. More in the following report.
Of Winter Kawimba has just and General seems to have overtaken events in the past 1 week. Youths across the country have been celebrating on the streets following the news that the embattled Secretary General had been relieved of his duties. But people who can claim to be behind the sacking of Mr. Kawimba, Julius Komaki and Benjamin Sewell, claim that the fight is not yet over as long as Mr. Kawimba's allies are still close to the realms of power. Speaking on a live Prime TV program on Monday, the two appealed to President Michael Sata to fire all those believed to be Mr. Kawimba's allies.
What has happened to Honorable Winter should send a strongest signal to even ministers and the remaining cartel who are there. We are still watching.
Of course.
Winter is not alone.
Of course.
We have taken note of them, and we are there to show them, to expose them the way we have exposed the Winter. So let them change in the interest of peace and harmony in the party. Let them change so that we start working together in the line so that we can deliver the promises which we made to the Zambian people.
The president himself has got powers to hire and fire. You can't question that. Okay? He picked on Winter. At the time we picked him, there was definitely going to be a time when Winter was going to be dropped. So if it's within the president to do that, I think who are we to question that? He has done it. And as long as it is in the interest of the party, it's in the interest of the general public, this is why we are here. We believe the president did the right thing.
Since being relieved from his duties, Mr. Kawimba has remained mute, and efforts to get him for a comment have failed at all cost. Kalan Mchima reporting for Prime TV News in Lusaka.
Meanwhile, Justice Minister Edgar Lungu has clarified that Winter Kawimba lost his nomination as Member of Parliament when he was sacked as Justice Minister. Mr. Lungu revealed that Mr. Kawimba's letter of revocation clearly stated that he will no longer hold the position of Member of Parliament upon losing his ministerial position. Some analysts, including FODEB Executive Director McDonald Chipenzi, had challenged State House to clear the air on whether Mr. Kawimba's nomination to Parliament was also terminated. Zimbabwean Minister of Environment, Water and Climate, Xavier Kasukuwere, says time has come for young leaders to take up the mantle of leadership. Mr. Kasukuwere says all African countries should start embracing young leaders in pursuit of national development. He notes with sadness that senior citizens have continued to occupy key positions of leadership while youth still struggle to reach to the top. Meanwhile, Mr. Kasukuwere has implored Zambia to unite ahead of the country's Golden Jubilee celebrations. He says Zambia, being a beacon of peace in Africa, should continue showing exemplary unity to foster national development. Mr. Kasukuwere said this at the Jubilee Youth Conference for Young Emerging Leaders held at Mulungushi Conference Center in Lusaka.
It is you, the people of Zambia, who sacrificed education. You sacrificed the health of your people. Sacrificed infrastructural development for us to be independent. Zambia became a recipient of Smith's anger, bombs, incursions, sabotage, because the great people of Zambia said, I am my brother's keeper. I'll look after the interests of our fellow people in Zimbabwe. And because of that, you paid a huge price. I was sharing earlier on with the great statesman, Dr. Manga, and I said, I believe as a young person, we have not paid back the debt of gratitude that we owe to the people of Zambia. We have not said enough about the role KK played in ensuring that colonialism became a thing of the past. Zambians, you have challenges, I know, but let me tell you here, you are a great and wonderful people.
The Chikwela Makumbi Organizing Committee has praised government through the Food Reserve Agency FRA for prompt payment to Chongwe farmers who supplied maize to the agency. Committee Publicity Secretary Thomas Chakaleka says the move will allow farmers to prepare for the coming farming season. He says unlike last year when farmers were paid late, FRA has been quick in settling the farmers their dues. Mr. Chakaleka was speaking to Prime TV News in an interview in Lusaka. The people of Chongwe district will on 16th of this month celebrate the Chikwela Makumbi ceremony to thank God for the good harvest.
Chongwe district is the second district in Zambia. The first is Bush. Chongwe has been labeled as the second. So this year we had a bump harvest actually, and the Food Reserve agents actually, they've managed for the first time in Zambian history, they've been able to pay within 7 days. If you take your maize today, you expect after 5 days you expect to get your payment. This has never happened before. So we are very grateful to the government for having come to our aid. At least every farmer now is preparing for the next season.
You're watching Prime Television's main news. Still ahead, Matero constituency youths have vowed to take the law into their own hands should the police fail to arrest PF Useko Market Chairman Yeta Walia. The details coming up after the break.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Mr. Money!
Top up your airtime instantly. Pay your bills instantly. Airtel money instantly. Send your money instantly. Safety is guaranteed. It don't matter how far it is. It reaches safe and quickly. Pay your water bills immediately. And also pay for DSTV. Or top up airtime real quickly. Send your money instantly. Top up your airtime instantly. Pay your bills instantly. Airtel money instantly. Hi, I am Mr. Money and I bring you Airtel Money, the fastest, safest way to send money, pay bills, top up, and more. With Airtel Money, you can do more instantly.
Airtel Money. Simple, secure, instant.
Girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real cause you look so free. So let's chill, have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
Potato sticks, freaky fries. Get that awesome crunch.
We now continue with the Prime Television's main news. Matero constituency youths have vowed to take the law into their own hands should the police fail to arrest PF Useko Market chairman Yeta Wale, has been accused of criminal activities. The youths who marched in solidarity from Useko Market to the constituency office in Matero denounced Yeta and called on their area member of parliament Mao Samba to address the issue with urgency. The youths talked to by Prime TV says Yeta is a loose criminal capable of doing anything if not caged. On Thursday, Mr. Yeta, in the company of other PF youths, brutally beat up UPND cadres at Buseko Market. More in the following report. The brutally beating of 4 youths at Buseko Market on Thursday by suspected PF cadres led by PF Useko Market chairman Yeta Wale has fared tempers among youths in the area. Just this morning, several youths gathered at Buseko Market in solidarity to pressure their area member of parliament, Mao Samba, whom unfortunately is reported to be in Mukushi attending to other national issues, disregarding calls by youths to have Yeta removed from the market.
We are demonstrating against one person who has brought confusion in this constituency, who is Aeta Bwalia. Aeta Bwalia afuna kuononga chipani cha PF. Safuna kuti PF ikapitilile kurulinga up to 2050.
Uyu muntu stizi wanakuamina na chokera na mimi wanamuleta pani wandani pametenzo vutikira chipani stenze kumuona anabwela bwanji uyu muntu.
The youths who marched from Useko Market to the PF constituency office in Matero castigated Yeta for bringing the name of the party in disgrace by beating up anyone who challenged his authority.
Stimufuna Yeta tikampeza tabe stimufuna aipisa zina yawa honalebo amausampa ni wantu wamene wachita vintu vanzeru kuno kumatelo tikondwela pa vintu vamene wachita but Yeta awaipisa zina so stimufuna ikanye vediko ngakoda
The youths have vowed to kill Yeta if Mr. Samba, whom they have accused of protecting him, does not remove him from the area. How long these calls will go on remains an issue to be addressed by PF leadership in the constituency, as Yeta, the most feared man in the area, still remains on the loose. Martha Namanje, Prime TV News, Lusaka. But in a separate interview with Prime TV, PF Matero constituency chairman Morgan Ngona has refuted claims by some youths referring to Yeta as a violent man. Mr. Ngona says the PF constituency leadership in Matero does not condone any lawlessness, adding that the leadership is aware of complaints against Mr. Yeta but is yet to establish the credibility of the cause. He says the leadership had arranged to have a meeting with the youths but could not take off as the area MP is in Mukushi for political campaigns. Mr. Ngonas urged youths in the constituency to be patient about the issue until they meet with the MP for amicable solution.
Those things have reached us, they've reached the MP, but you see, we want to sit down and really get the proof and so on, then we address it. PF as a party, we are very peaceful. Mark my word, we are very, very peaceful. And as a ruling party, that party is for all Zambian, regardless of which political affiliation, UPND, MMD, or NREP, whatever. Those people are being ruled by PF as at today. So as PF, we've been guided by our leaders, His Excellency the President, Michael Sata, the Central Committee, down up to us, that let's look after everybody. I'll give you a simple example. Why is some people were insulting our president are walking freely today?
A Lusaka-based cybersecurity expert has noted that commercial banks are not doing enough to educate their online banking customers about the current cybersecurity threats that surround them. Tambo Ngambi explains that secure internet communication to online services still remains porous, hence putting clients without the necessary cybersecurity awareness education at risk. He has called on commercial banks offering online services to to avail enough information to their clients in relation to cybersecurity for them to be better protected from fraud. Mr. Ngambi said this when he featured on a live Prime TV program dubbed Morning Prime.
The internet was not made as a security technology. The internet was made so that professors in different universities can exchange information. You see what I mean? So security was not a factor. But when the internet became commercialized, okay, a lot of commercial organizations became interested in the internet. Then security began to be implemented. In short, what I'm saying, online banking is not reliable if you don't have the cybersecurity awareness education. In fact, if you don't have cybersecurity awareness education, don't do any online banking.
President Michael Sata on Saturday afternoon flew into Mukoshi district to beef up support for the Patriotic Front PF candidate in the Mukoshi South parliamentary by-election, Davis Chisopa. The president was accompanied to Mukoshi by Justice Minister Edgar Lungu, Kabwata MP Given Luinda, among others. The Mukoshi seat fell vacant following the court's nullification of MMD sitting Changa's seat due to electoral malpractice. UPND are fielding in Agnes Ngandu, while the MMD have maintained Mr. Sydney Chisanga. Doctors at Mumbwa District Hospital in Central Province have quarantined a man with possible symptoms of the Ebola virus. A man believed to have recently traveled from Congo is being held in isolation as doctors are examining his disease to see if it is Ebola. The first suspected case involves a Congolese truck driver who recently entered the country and fell ill in Mumbwa. He has been in isolation since Thursday, September 4th, 2014. You're still watching Prime Television's main news. We take our last break. Join me after that with international and sports news.
Apple Max. Take it to the max.
What makes the new Yo-Yo Chipsy so unique? 100% natural ingredients. Nothing artificial. Just a pure experience of freshness. Chipsy potato chips. We know you'll love them.
In international news, Sierra Leone has announced that it will impose a 4-day countrywide lockdown in an escalation of efforts to halt the spread of Ebola across the West African nation. Citizens will not be allowed to leave their homes between September 18 and September 21 in a bid to prevent the disease from spreading further and to allow health workers to identify cases in the early stages of the illness, a presidential advisor on the country's Ebola task force said on Friday. Ibrahim Ben Kabo told the Reuters news agency that the aggressive approach was necessary to deal with the spread of Ebola. Sierra Leone has recorded 491 of the total 2,097 deaths blamed on Ebola in West Africa since March, UN figures have shown. Deposed Egyptian President Mohamed Morsi is to be tried on accusations that he handed documents relating to national security to Qatar, the state prosecutor has announced. Morsi is already facing the death penalty in several trials, and his supporters, including top-ranking members of the Muslim Brotherhood, have been the target of a deadly crackdown by authorities since his ousting in July 2013. No date has been set for the new trial facing Morsi, who is accused of providing the sensitive documents to the energy-rich Gulf state during his single year of unstable rule. Relations between Qatar, a key supporter of Morsi's government, and Egypt have been tense since mid-2013, when the then army chief Abdel Fattah al-Sisi toppled Morsi. And finally, in international news, we now monitored Al Jazeera for more.
A ceasefire is holding in eastern Ukraine. Pro-Russia separatists and government forces agreed a truce on Friday. Separatist leaders say they will still seek full autonomy from Ukraine. The United States and 9 key allies have agreed to take on the Islamic State group by saying they'll try to squeeze the financial resources of IS and going after it with military force. The US has outlined plans for a broad international coalition to defeat the IS in Iraq and Syria. But Kurdish fighters battling it in northern Iraq say they are running out of weapons. Countries such as Germany have started sending assault rifles, anti-tank systems and armoured vehicles to Iraq, but the Kurds say they're failing to make it to the front line because of bureaucratic delays in Baghdad. Sierra Leone will go into lockdown for 4 days to try to contain the Ebola virus. People will be not allowed to leave their homes between September the 18th and 21st. The United States and Somali governments have confirmed the killing of al-Shabaab's top leader. Ahmed Godani and some of his commanders died on Monday in a US drone strike. Godani became al-Shabaab's leader after his predecessor was killed in another US strike. Human rights activists say dozens of teenagers have been tortured and sexually abused in an Egyptian prison. 52 detainees between 15 and 18 were arrested last year for demonstrating against the Egyptian government. The Al-Karama Human Rights Foundation says it took place in Alexandria's Kum el-Deka prison, and the allegations have been sent to the United Nations Special Rapporteur on Torture. Flooding, which was triggered by torrential rains, killed more than 110 people in Pakistan, and the State Weather Service says more heavy rains expected. Large parts of Lahore, the second biggest city in the country, are underwater after the rains overloaded the drainage system. The worst affected areas are northern Punjab and Pakistan-administered Kashmir. Indian-administered Kashmir has also been badly hit. More than 100 people there have been killed in what's being described as the worst flooding in nearly 60 years.
And now finally in news, we have sports news. Zambia has started a campaign for the Nations Cup with a poor draw at home to a resilient Mozambique side which executed its defensive display well, frustrating a Chipolopolo side that lacked the creativity and cutting edge to decide a must-win match. The draw leaves Zambia in an awkward situation with an away game to Cape Verde next week on Wednesday. Hona Janza put his faith in the striking forwards with the likes of Given Sunguluma, Jacob Mlenga and Christopher Katongo. Late introductions of Mbesuma Mukuka, Mlenga and Fayo Tembo could not save the day in Janza's first competitive match in charge. As we end the main news, the headlines again. Edgar Lungu clarifies that Winter's nomination as MP has also been revoked. President Sata drums up support for PF candidate in Mukushi. Matero residents vow to kill PF's Yetawala if police do not take action over his alleged criminal activities. Ebola death toll accelerates in West Africa. And finally, in sports, Zambia plays to a frustrating goalless draw against Mozambique. That's all we had on our main news bulletin. Thank you so much for your time. My name is Martha Namanje, and on behalf of the entire news production team, have a pleasant viewing and God bless.
Hey girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you for just a minute. Where you live and what you like to do?
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
Okay, I'm just trying to get with someone real cause you look so free. So let's chill, have a drink with a guy like me.
Apple Max, baby. You need to give me Apple Max, baby.
A quality product from Californian Beverages.
Potato sticks, freaky fries. Get that awesome crunch.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Mr. Money.
Send your money
instantly.
Top up your airtime
instantly.
Pay your bills
instantly.
Airtel money
instantly.
Send your money instantly. Safety is guaranteed. It don't matter how far it is. It reaches safe and quickly. Pay water bills immediately. And also pay for DSTV. Or top up airtime real quickly. Send your money
instantly.
Top up your airtime
instantly.
Pay your bills
instantly.
Airtel money
instantly.
Hi, I am Mr. Money and I bring you Airtel Money, the fastest, safest way to send money, pay bills, top up and more. With Airtel Money, you can do more instantly.
Airtel Money. Simple, secure, instant.